Hello, Bumpy McSquickums here, and it's time for me to officially start my Let's Play of Wasteland 2. This is by InXile Entertainment, and, well, I'm pretty excited to get started. I did a pre-episode episode, or a character/party creation episode, where I created my party that you see here on the left. We have Bilbo Stabbins, he's a stabby guy. We have Udun Binshot, or Udun Binshot, or Udun Binshot, as I'm going to call him, which is our sniper. Then we have Woman, who does a lot of stuff, and pew-pews with a pistol. And finally, Wally Ali, who does not look like he's supposed to look. There we go. That's what he's supposed to look like. I don't know why he looked like somebody else. There we go. So Wally Ali looks the way he's supposed to. Everyone looks the way they're supposed to. It's time to get started, so we're going to hop in and get moving. We're going to be seasoned, I guess. Seems like the normal difficulty level. And we'll roll out from here. Welcome to the post-apocalyptic nuclear fallout world of Wasteland 2. Assuming it loads. If it doesn't load, well then don't welcome. You're not welcome to it. Clearly it doesn't want to see you see it. No? Alright. I will shut up in 5, 4, 3, 2... The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. General Vargas.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get started.
Thank you, recruits.
As you can see, I had most of the stuff fixed. as far as the volume and everything else, but unfortunately the video apparently was really loud, so I apologize if any of you went deaf during that. Alright, let's get started. A stiff-bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pearl-handled revolver on his hip, and there are a lot of notches on the barrel.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a desert ranger.
I want to show you guys something real quick here at the beginning. It's going to be kind of an informative thing, so bear with me, guys. You can actually click down here, as you could expect and would plan to do, but if you didn't want to do that, you can actually type it in. So you see the red ace here and the green duty. Duty. You can actually type those in, and it will be the same as clicking the button. So watch, ace.
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal, but sadly Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Well, that sounds bad.
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide, and Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
Alright, that sounds good enough to me. Alright, and then we have several things. We'll go through all of this, just so you guys know what's going on.
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Well, that can't be good. And the
when
repeater
you get
units?
back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Ooh, shiny. Alright, and where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
Fair enough. And you think the logbook was stolen, sir?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
Alright, and what's the mission, sir?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission.
Alright.
Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Fair enough. Where is this area, sir?
It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map.
Okay. We're at the Ranger Citadel, and he wants us to go to the radio tower.
There you go.
Alright, and call in, sir?
Yes, call in on your radio.
Radio's up here.
Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
Okay, and what about the Ranger Citadel? When can we enter it,
Once
sir?
you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Also, we'll probably be dead. Alright, what if we prove ourselves by kicking down the Citadel doors? Apparently that is the hard-ass approach. We can... Please, sir, if you're sending us after Ace's killer, then you've already decided we're worthy. Why not just let us in? And then finally, the smartass. Surely, sir, the success of this mission is more important than testing us. If you want us to find these signals, you should let us in so we can stock up on every... something. Let's go with succeed.
Using logic on me, eh?
Yeah.
Smartass. Logic and observation will change some folks' minds, and you can catch people in lies that way. But sometimes it only makes them mad, so be careful. In this case, you're right. I should let you in, but I got a feeling about you four. You got depths you don't even know you have, and it's gonna take adversity to tap them. So I'm sending you out undergunned and unprepared, just to see what it brings out of you. You'll thank me later.
Gee, how wonderfully kind of you.
Maybe.
Alright, I guess that's it, guys.
Good luck out there,
We get
recruits.
started. So, we can scroll in and out, as you could imagine. We can pan the camera with the WASD as well as the edge of the screen panning. With Q and E, we can rotate it in sections and eventually get back to where we want to go. If you press Z, I would probably prefer Alt, but if you press Z, you actually get to see all interactable items laying around on the ground. I'm going to go steal their shovel because I'm a thief. That's what I do. Actually, I don't want to steal it with her. Yeah, I do. She's going to be my charismatic one. Woman, take it. And what we're going to do is actually add that here. Or do something with it. Interesting. Sorry, guys. Trying to figure out what happened to my shovel. Where did it go? The shovel disappeared. That's somewhat problematic because I needed that. I don't know what happened to it. I put it right there and it just vanished. It vanished. Where did it go? Okay, well, we don't have a shovel now. Oh, wait. I see it. It's right there. It's on the ground. Alright, let's try this again. I apologize, folks. Why do I keep dropping the shovel? I don't understand. It's possible I'm just trying to put it in the wrong spot. Nope, I can't seem to equip it to a hotkey. That is a problem. Well, they did just do an update on the game, so it's very possible that I don't know what's going on with it. And it may be something that's really, really, really easy to do, and I'm just making mistakes. So, it's something. Add to hotkey. Oh, there it goes. Maybe that's how you have to add things. Alright, so, using items. I'm just gonna kind of ignore it. I think I can actually, yeah, you can right click. That's how you add it to the hotkey. I've done it before where you could drag it, I'm pretty sure, but using skills, we already know how to do all this stuff, guys, and anything that comes up that's important, I will let you guys know. So keywords, you can type it in as opposed to clicking it. It's the same thing. The logbook is your quest log. Conversational skills, like we have a hard ass and we have a kiss ass as our two conversationalists. They will actually be usable to where you have to switch the different people. So you'll get those different options, and if you have somebody with the ability, you have a higher chance of success. Camera rotation. As I've already said, Q and E, I'm sorry guys, and then of course the zoom. We already know all this stuff, stop it. So, either way, let's go over here and talk to her. Alright, we'll see what she has to trade. Ooh, some interesting stuff. But the problem is we have absolutely nothing to trade with her. So there's a lot of ammo here, which is nice. Small scope. Oh, cool stuff. I didn't actually talk to her before, like, to see what she had to say as far as trading, because, quite simply put, I knew I didn't have any money. I figured it was a waste of time. So what we'll do instead is just talk to her. So, well, hello, recruits. Welcome to Solveig's Sundries. Happy to trade whenever you like. An honor to make your acquaintance. Always nice to see new faces around here, and a pleasure to make sure they always have everything they need before they head out into the big bad world. Alright, acquaintance. Oh, it's not so interesting. I grew up in a small village near here, but I was already a grandmother twice over when the Desert Rangers moved into the Citadel. I saw how much good the Rangers were doing, and I wasn't up to much with my children. I guess as they had moved to other villages to start their own families? It was a little unconventional for the old lady to go through basic training, but I pulled my weight and earned my star. I may not be too useful in forward operations, but I've got lots of experience keeping people well fed and well clothed. And I can run a drill press with the best of them. So, General Vargas has had me help Sergeant Melson run the supply. And I help Captain Mercaptain in the workshop now and again. Well, I want this first episode to kind of encompass everything that's going on. So I'm not going to talk to her too much yet. We'll come back and hear a little bit more of her life story down the road. We have a water supply when we're out on the world map. And that water supply will start dwindling as we travel to different places. In town we have this tap here, and if we use it, we refill our canteens. Alright. I don't want to talk to these guys. They're a bunch of rookies that want to say, hey, you're the new team, we love you, please have our children, and stuff like that. We don't care. But there are places to dig, and as you see this little dirt splotch, we put our shovel there, and we have dug up some scrap, and some ammo, and a wanted poster. So we'll take all of that. And we'll come down this way, and there's a little bit more to dig down here. And we shall do so. It looks like there is even a person over here to talk to. Angela Deth, it looks like. Alright, some 38 caliber ammunition. I actually believe she can use it too. So we're just going to have her take all. Look like a library card as well.
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
She seems upset. We should go console her here in a moment. Okay, whoa, what is this? Is that a gun? There's no way that's a gun. Might be a gun. I don't know. We'll give it to, Udun Binshot. Give him some of that stuff. Okay. Some more library card stuff. It's fine. We'll take it all. Alright, let's go take a look at that item. It looked like it could be pretty sweet. Big bada boom. What is it considered? It's heavy though, whatever it is. We can equip it. Oh, okay, I see. It's a wow. Alright, well let's equip this instead. And we'll actually give that to our demolitionist. It's kind of a demolitionist's weapon, I would suppose. Put that as a secondary. He's got a shotgun. Alright, we're looking okay. Alright, we're gonna go with him and we'll talk to her. Angela Deth, why did that go all sparkly on me? A tough-looking redhead with decades of sun and wind and hard living etched into her angular face stands sobbing in the shadows. You saw her at Ace's retirement party. The sleeves of her uniform have been torn off, revealing multiple tattoos on her sinewy arms, all skulls. The tears running down her cheeks are splashing on a rusty old wrench she holds in her scarred hands. Bilbo Stabbins' perception bonus. Amongst the skull tattoos that cover Angela's arms, there's a single heart, and within the heart, a single name, Ace.
Sorry about the waterworks.
Oh, okay.
I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
Yeah, we are. We're just babies. Babies? Us? Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens, y'all remind me of us, Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me, back when we were just starting out. Think we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry, don't listen to me. Youth is good, optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time. Who's Snake? Oh, so General Vargas used to be called Snake. Yep, he was one wild-ass son of a beep back in the day, but I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in a decade, maybe? Alright. I see you have Ace's name tattooed on the heart in your arm. Oh, you noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace, we were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you. Ace. We saw you at Ace's funeral. You knew him well. They all hurt, but this one, man. Ace wasn't even a ranger, not at first. He worked as a driver and a mechanic for Farin Brigo up in Vegas. And when base Cochise, I don't know, started sending its death machines into the desert, Brigo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in Quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out and he started running with us, helping us fight the Cochise. That's what I'm going to call it, guys. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. And never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him a uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. Now he's God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble. I knew it. Trouble? He thought his mission was trouble? He was working on the same thing he was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on, trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed to be a bit boring and scientific to me, but then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units, but he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows, because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. She's a chatty Cathy. I should have gone with him. Why? Why didn't I go with him? Alright. Let's see. Where's Quartz? Man, I'm not sure if I can recall. I haven't been out there in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher. He'd know. Alright, who's Thrasher? Oh, you better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day he just seemed like a big old growly bear, strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from base Cochise, and he couldn't sorry, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers, but Vargas doesn't dump old friends, so he started him working in the museum. And wouldn't you know it, it turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it? Alright. And what is Cochise? Or Cochise? Goat cheese, I like it still. Alright, an old military facility from before the war, the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day, literally. That's when I became Captain Deth. The computer was making the robots? Yeah, the base Cochise AI. I don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was an enemy, wanted to kill the whole planet. Alright, and who is Hellraiser? He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead, or AWOL, or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anyone who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much, didn't make friends easy, wasn't big on social graces, but he was as loyal as they came. And when the crap started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor, and scary as hell. Alright, what about General V? Ha! Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all, but somehow after we brought down base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I have, huh? What is this, Rail Nomads camp? It could be a nice little place if the Atchisons and the Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, but between them they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, it seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots. And what are the Scorpions? You weren't briefed on those F's during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know, when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel, well, the Scorpions were jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of raiders back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're desert rangers of East Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse crap. A protection racket isn't the same thing as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging. Alright, East Arizona. Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there which the Scorpions claim as their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I have my doubts. What about these radiation clouds? I'm sorry, guys. I know there's a lot of reading and talking here. I'm trying to get through it relatively quickly so you can at least see something happen before the end of this first episode. The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't go into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us, north, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought the clouds went on forever and that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out here, or out there. Heh, maybe the whole rest of the world is just fine and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke? And the repeater units? I really don't know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters in the north-south axis and signals bouncing off clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius. Radio technician Wade Woodson. Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps all the machines running and signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base. And the broadcasts, finally. Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines or machines into men or some crap. But crazy thing was, he then starts talking about us, the Rangers, saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? And what the heck does he have against us? Alright, well, we're done with that.
Listen.
Ooh.
Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged. So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Well, I guess this is a way of guaranteeing that we won't get killed horribly awful. So, yes, we'll take the extra help. There you go. We have our first follower.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
Alright, so we have ourselves a new person joining up the party and ready to go. So that's pretty sweet. And we're going to get out there and we're going to see if we can get one random encounter and then we'll head toward the place we're actually supposed to head. Ooh, that's cool. It's a different color. I might do 2 episodes right away. Well, technically 3 because you also have...
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in.
One sec. We also have the party creation thing, but I might actually do another one right away just so you guys can see a little bit more of the action. Get excited. And then we'll spread it out throughout the week amongst all the other millions of things we're doing. We're going to try to bang out and finish up The Last Federation. I have it all recorded. I just need to post it for you guys. Alright, copy.
Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find.
Alright, so oasis to fill up water.
Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice. But right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal.
Alright, so it's important to stay in radio contact with
It is vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem.
Alright.
Until now, Woodson's been our dispatcher. But Ace's death made me realize I've spent too many years in my office, walled off from the world and how it's changing. I need to know what's going on out there, and I figure the best way to do that is to start listening to the people's problems. So, I've decided that from now on, I'll be the one fielding calls and talking in your ear when you head out into the wastes.
Alright, fair enough.
Don't let that make you self-conscious or nothing.
Well, there we go, guys.
10-4,
Roger
Echo
out.
1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
Okay, so there's a couple things we can do. We're going to get rid of these things right away because we already know how to view everything. Alright, we're going to take a look at the world map, and we can actually click on the location when we're on the world map and travel there, and it'll automatically set a course and we'll actually head there. We still have to walk the course, but it plots it for us automatically. So what I think we'll do is we'll scout around, see if we can find anything maybe lingering around town here. And then when we find something, a fight or combat or something, we'll probably break off the episode and then we'll continue on in the next episode. We're getting near some radiation. Here, our Geiger counter going. Our water supply is down here. When that runs out, we start taking damage until we die, or we get more water. And we have found some more radiation. Well, I'm not seeing much of anything over here. This does seem to be a pretty big area, too. Well, we'll continue onward, I suppose. Oh. I guess we're going to go into battle. I'm sorry, I was clicking to stop my guys from moving into the radiation when a thing popped up. So this is the battle map, ladies and gentlemen. And right there, somebody is moving out on us. So we're going to bring out our sniper. And we're going to take a single shot at one of these guys here. I guess this guy. There we go. Unfortunately, it looks like we missed, and we did not manage to hit him. It looks like it is our chick Angela Deth's turn. Folks are out of range. We'll move over here, and it's the 70. Ooh, I like that. They've added that since the early access. And it looks like she can definitely do some work. But she doesn't have enough AP, so we'll back her up. Okay, hold on. Action Q. Give me one sec, guys. We can get rid of this stuff too, and I'll explain the combat a little bit more. Stop it. Okay. So down here, this is the... Alright, we'll start up here. Up here is the movement queue. It's all based off of initiative and all sorts of other little factors of when we'll actually be able to move as opposed to other people. So right now it's Angela's turn. Then it's going to be Wally Ali's turn. Then it's going to be the Raider's turn. Then it's going to be Udun Binshot, Bilbo Stabbins, and then back to Woman. And then we go to another Raider, it looks like. So that's the turn order. Then down here you have a few different things. You have Headshot, that's one of her abilities, I guess, which I didn't use. You have Ambush, I believe. I'm not sure what these two are, honestly. We can swap our weapon, we can reload our weapon, and maybe change ammo there. And then you can use all these different items and things we have down here, as well as see what your weapon is here. You can hit left control to free aim if you hit the stuff, and this is where your action points actually show up. She's only got one left, and that doesn't really leave her with much to do, so she can go there. And you see he has 8 action points. We have the ability to crouch, that's what it was, crouch and ambush. I'm not sure what ambush does, but it's there. And crouch will increase your chance to hit, and it will increase your chance to evade, just like in Xenonauts, guys. I don't think there's an Overwatch ability, but I do think I will crouch, and I will end my turn. He looks like he's a melee guy, and he's going to have to walk up and hit us. Looks like my sniper gets a second shot at redemption here. So it looks like the headshot does 200% damage, but you lose 40% of your hit chance. So that's pretty rough, and it adds an additional 2 points to your AP that you have to use. So there we go, we have taken a shot at him and we took him down. You can conserve AP, but you can only conserve up to 2. And I think you need more than 2. Like if you have 3 or more AP, you'll conserve 2. If you only have 1 or 2, you conserve 1. So I'm going to move her up and end her turn. And we're going to move... Oh, that was him, and now I'm going to move her up and conserve her turn. Alright, here comes the last guy. He's probably a melee guy as well. Oh, he's got a gun. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to skip her turn for now. And we're going to get right up here and let our other boys do some work. I believe it's all party experience. I don't think it's individual. Well, that's pretty neat. Sorry. We can actually attack in an arc. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I'd never used a shotgun before, so I had no idea what it was going to be. Alright, so we did it. And it shows you how much money, or how much experience each guy was worth, and your total here at the end. And then there's loot, and it's going to explain how to loot, but I'm going to do that for you guys, and armor penetration. This one maybe I should read, because I don't exactly know this one. Armor values in Wasteland 2 vary from 0 to 10, with 10 being the ultimate protection offered by the heaviest of armor. The different ammo types each have a penetration value of 1 to 10. That represents the level of armor that round will penetrate. When your ammo's penetration is less than the target's armor value, your damage will be reduced. The lower your penetration value, the more damage you will lose. Larger caliber rounds tend to have higher penetration, but are also more expensive. So there you go. And there you have it, folks. Alright. So, if you hit spacebar, if you look down here in the bottom left, I have solo character selection right now. So if we had a really big tactical battle right there, I could have moved different people into different locations and like got them behind cover and stuff, and then set up and flanked people and all sorts of things. So you have that to do before the combat starts. Once it's in combat, you move characters based on their turn order. If you want to move all your characters at once, which is what I want to do now, what you do is you hit the spacebar and it's all characters. Now the looting is pretty cool in this game. I like it actually quite a bit. You left click on stuff, and then everything in the general area, like on bodies and stuff that are down there, you'll see over here. So right now it's broken sunglasses. We switched to this one. She had some bullets and a glass eye, and then this one had a pocket medic pack and a glass eye as well. So since she is our field medic, we'll put that there. We'll distribute that. We'll distribute that. And she's the one that uses that as well. So there we go. It's pretty sweet, guys. It's pretty cool. So again, you can use the Z key or the Z key, depending on where you're at and how you pronounce the letter, to actually highlight anything that is usable, but it does not appear that anything is usable. So what we're going to do now is head to the end of the map. My people decide they want to actually listen to me and move. And we're going to go onto the world map, and that's where I'm going to break off this first episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will be back in just a bit with a second episode. So please, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share this. Let everybody know that Wasteland 2 is being undertaken by Bumpy McSquiggums. And I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquiggums, and I will see you later.